Hello everybody, thank you so much for coming to Shakespeare in the Dark's production of King Lear. My name is Topher Zane and I was the director of the production. So we are Shakespeare in the Dark, William & Mary's second oldest theater troupe. We do 3 shows a year, mostly Shakespeare. I want to start by giving a really big thank you to Lori Wolf, Holly Maples, David Garrett, Chuck Bying, and the theater department for helping make it possible for us to use this space. Additionally, I want to give a content warning. This has some strong language. There's also use of a lot of weapons, both metal and wood. So if you see something happening with weapons, it's supposed to happen, you're safe. But if you are like, I want to be very far away from weapons, you might want to move to the second row. Additionally, there is the usage of fake blood in this play. It is fake, but it does look like blood. It's not real blood. There's also a brief flashing light effect, so be aware of that as well. Additionally, the lights in here, there's a few changes in light settings, but for the most part they will remain on for the duration of the performance. So you can all see each other, you can see the actors, and they can see you. So also a reminder to turn off your cell phones and no flash photography. Thank you all so much, and please enjoy Shakespeare in the Dark's King Lear.
I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is this not your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him, but now I embrace to do it.
Cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew round, wombed, and had indeed, sir, a child for her cradle ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder. This knave came something saucily into the world, and yet was his mother fair, and there was good sport at his making, and the whore's son must be acknowledged. Now, Edmund, do you know this noble gentleman?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Oh, sir, I shall study to serve.
He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again soon. The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France in Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Hand me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, so that we may, unburdened, crawl towards death. You, son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court had made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than word can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child e'er loved or father found a love that makes breath, pour, and speech all manner of so much. I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love, and be silent.
Of all these vows, even from this line to this, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says you, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall?
I am made of that same self-metal as my sister, sir, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love only. She comes too short. That I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possess, and am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love.
And poor Cordelia. And yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever, remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although our last and least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to gain a third, more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my bond, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you mar your fortunes.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happily, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight will carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters.
But goes thine heart with this?
Aye, my good lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the miseries of Hecate in the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. And as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Call friends. Who stirs? Call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albany. With my two daughters' dowers, digest the third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. We do invest you jointly with our power. Ourselves, by monthly course, with 100 knights by you to be sustained, shall our abode make in due turn. And to confirm this coronet,
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored, as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed.
the bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? Best
administration, check this hideous rashness. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no hollowness.
Kent, all my life, no more.
My life I never held as a pawn to wage against thine enemies.
Out of my sight.
See better, Lear.
Now, by Apollo.
Oh, now by Apollo, king, thou takest thy gods in vain.
Vassal, miscreant.
Fill thy physician, and thy fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant. On thine allegiance, hear me. 5 days we do allot thee for provisions, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominion, the moment is thy death. Away. By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Sith thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkst hast most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Here comes France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, what in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. She's there, and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Royal sir, election makes not up in such condition.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that makes me, I tell you all her wealth.
This is most strange, that she whom even but now was your object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of
I
favor.
beseech your majesty. If for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I will intend, I'll do it before I speak. That you make known, it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. But even for want of that, for which I am richer, a still soliciting I in such a time, that I am glad I have not, who not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born, not to please me better.
But this, my lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Loves not love when it is mingled with regards.
Royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm.
I am sorry then you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich, being poor, most choice, forsaken, and most loved, despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of our and our fair France. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall we ever see that face of hers again.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father, with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know what you are. And like a sister, I'm most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. But yet, alack, stood I within his grace. I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both.
Prescribe us not, Archduke.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides. Who covers faults at last with shame derides. Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, there is not a little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
Yes, and with you, next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. The observation we have made of it hath not been little. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time have been but rash. Then must we look from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of long and graft condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts are we like to see from him. This of hence vanished.
There was further compliment of leave-taking between France and him. Pray, let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall think further of it.
We must do something in the heat.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? Why, bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and shape as true as honest madams issue? Why brand they us with baseness, bastard, base, who? In the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of fops got between sleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper, now gods, stand up for bastards!
Cats vanished, and France in color-hearted. The king gone tonight. Edmund, how now, what news?
So please your lordship, none.
I earnestly seek you to put up that letter.
I know no news, my lord.
What paper are you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing. Why from that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing has not such need to hide itself. Let's see.
Give me your pardon, sir. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all or read, but for so much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir. This reverence of age does keep our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. I do begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of aged tyranny. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever and live the beloved of your brother. Edgar. Conspiracy. Sleep till I wake him, you should enjoy half his revenue. My son, Edgar, had he a hand to make this, a heart and a brain to breathe it in? What came you to this? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, sir. That's the cunning of it. I found it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
No, you didn't let it to be in your brother's hand.
If the matter were good, sir, I durst swear it were his, but in respect of that, I would fain think it were not.
It is his.
It is his hand, sir. His heart was not in his conscience.
Has he never before sounded you in this matter?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at perfect age and fathers decline. The father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
It's very opinion. In the letter, abhorrent villain, unnatural, detested, brutish villain. Worse than brutish. Go, sir, seek him, I'll apprehend him. Abominable villain. Where is he?
I do not well know, my lord.
These late eclipses of the sun and moon portend no good to us. The wisdom of nature can reason it thus. Thus yet is nature scourged by the sequent effects. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide, and the bond cracks twixt son and father. This villain of mine falls into the prediction, there's son against father. The king falls from the bias of nature, there's father against child. We have seen the best of our times. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves. Find out this villain, Edmund. It shall cost thee nothing. Do it carefully. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banish his offense, honesty, 'tis strange.
This is the most excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters, the sun, the moon, and the stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of the planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of the whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition on the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star on the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Edmund! He comes. My cue is villainous melancholy. Oh, these eclipses!
How now, brother Edmund would serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day. What should follow these eclipses?
Do you busy yourself with that? Come on.
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily. When saw you my father last?
The night's gone by.
Spake you with him?
I had 2 hours together.
Parted you on good terms. Found you no displeasure in him by word nor countenance.
None at all?
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty, forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure.
Oh, some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear, that's my fear. Brother, I pray you retire to my lodging. Pray ye go, there's my key. And if you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother.
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man, if there be any good meaning towards you. I have told you what I have seen and heard. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do but serve you in this business. A father credulous and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harms that he suspects none. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with me's meet, that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding of his fool?
Aye, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I am sick.
He's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I haven't come to question. If he distaste it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one. Remember what I was saying.
Well, madam.
And let his nights have colder looks among you. What grows of it no matter, advise your fellows so. I breed from hence occasions. And I shall. I'll write straight to my sister to hold my course. Prepare for dinner.
Now banished Kent, thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come that thou master, and thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go. Get it ready. How now? What art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to serve him truly, that will put me in trust, to love him that is honest, to converse with him that is wise and says little, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
Thou be as poor for a subject as he for a king. Thou art poor indeed. What wouldst thou?
Service.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. All that ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me. Will I be no worse after dinner? I'll not part from thee yet. Dinner! Ho! Dinner! Go you, sir. Call my fool hither. You, sirrah. Where's my daughter?
So please.
What says the fellow there? Call the clop hole back. Where's my fool?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the knave back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner. He would not.
He would not.
My lord, I do not know what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you are wont. There's a great abatement of kindness from the duke himself. And your daughter.
Huh. Sayest thou so?
I beseech you pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken, for my duty cannot remain silent when I think your highness wronged.
I have perceived a most faint neglect of late, which I rather blamed on my own jealous curiosity than on a purpose unkindness. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him this 2 days.
Since my young lady's going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. I've noted it well. You, sir. Come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's knave, you whore sundog, you cur!
I am none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
You bandy looks at me, you rascal!
I'll not be strucken, my lord.
Oh, nor trips neither, you face football player.
My friendly knave, I thank you. There's earnest to thy service.
Let me iron too. Here's my costume.
How now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Sir, you had best take my costume.
Why, my boy?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor. Here, take my costume. Why, this man has banished 2 honest daughters, and did the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, uncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters?
Why, my boy?
Why, if I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs for myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Sirrah!
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech. Do, mark it, have more than thou showest. Lend less than thou owest. Learn more than thou trowest. Leave thy drink from thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Can you make no use of nothing, uncle?
Why, no, my boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to. You will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No, lad. Teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, place him here by me. Do thou for him stay. Stay. The sweet and bitter fool will suddenly appear. The one in motley here, the other found out there.
Does that call me a fool?
All thy other titles thou hast given away.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
Uncle, give me an egg, and I'll give you 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I had cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou closed thy crowns in the middle, and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on my back o'er the dirt. Thou hast little written thy bald crowns when thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools have ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not their wits where their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of song, sirrah?
Why, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod, and putst down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play Bo Peep, and go to fools among. Prithee, uncle, keep a schoolmaster that might teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And if you lie, we'll have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. Thou wilt have me whipped for lying. Sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet, I would not be thee, uncle. Thou hast pared thy wits on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the parents.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? You're too much of late in the frown.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. I'm better than thou art now. I'm a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue as your face bids me, though you say nothing.
Not only, sir, this, your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoke and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not scape censure, nor the redresses sleep.
Are you our daughter?
I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
Does any here know me? Oh, this is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? Who here can tell me what I am?
Lear's shadow.
Fair gentlewoman.
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other your new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright, as you are old and reverend, should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this, our court, infected with their manner, shows like a riotous inn.
Here!
The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your train, and the remainders, that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Saddle my horses. Call my train together. Degenerate bastard! I'll not trouble thee. Yet have I left a dog.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters.
Is it your will? Speak, sir!
Pray, sir, be patient.
Oh, most small fault. How ugly didst thou and Cordelia show, which, like an engine, wretched my frame of nature, drew from my heart all love and uttered it to the goal. Oh, Lear, Lear, Lear! Lear this gate that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out.
My lord, I am guiltless, as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so. Here, nature. Here, dear goddess. Here. Suspend thy purpose, if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teen, create her childless spleen. Let it stamp wrinkles into her brow of youth, with cated tears fret channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, so that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.
Now, God, so we adore, where comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know more of it, but let his disposition have that scope as dotage gives it.
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell you. Life and death. I'm ashamed thou hast power to shape my matter thus. The untented woundings of father's curse pierce every sense about thee. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she hears this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find that I will resume the shape which thou dost think I cast off forever.
Do you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril.
to the great love that I bear
Were you content? What's Oswald, ho! You, sir, more knave than fool after your master.
Uncle Lear, tarry, let the fool with thee.
100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike he may and guard his dotage with their powers and hold our minds in mercy. Oswald, I say!
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than trust too far. Let me still take away the harms I fear, not fear still to be taken. I know his heart, but he hath uttered, I have rid my sister. She sustained him and his 100 knights when I showed the unfitness. How now, Oswald, what? Have you written that letter to my sister?
Aye, madam.
Take you some company and away to horse. Inform her full of my particular fear, and thereto add such reasons of your own as may compact it more. Get you gone and hasten your return. No, my lord, this milky gentleness and course of yours. No, I condemn not. Yes, unpardon. You are much more a task for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, oft we mar what's well.
Nay, then!
Go you forth, Gloucester, with this letter. Acquaint my daughter with nothing further you know, save arises from the letter.
I shall not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
See, my other daughter will use thee kindly, though she's as like this, as crabs like to an apple. Yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst tell, boy?
That she will taste as like this, as a crab does to a crab.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes a shell.
No?
Nor I neither. Yet I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why, to put his head in, not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature. So kind, afar.
The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed, thou wouldst make a good fool.
Take again perforce. Monster ingratitude!
If thou wert my full uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Let me not be mad. No, mad, sweet Ellen. Keep me in temper. I will not be mad. How now? Are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, boy.
Save thee, Curran.
And you, sir. The Duke of Cornwall and Regan as Duchess will be here this night.
How comes that?
Nah, no, not. You have heard of the news abroad? I mean the whispered ones, for they are yet but ear-kissing arguments.
Not I. What are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars toward? Twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You will do that in time. Very well, sir.
The Duke be here tonight. All the better. Oh, best! This weaves itself perforce into my business. And my father hath set guard to take my brother, and I have one thing of a queasy question I must act. Briefness and fortune work. Brother! A word! Descend! Brother, I say! Oh, my father watches. Oh, sir, fly this place. Sir, intelligence is given where you are hid. You have now the good advantage of the night. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He comes here now in the night, in the haste. Not a word! I hear my father coming. Give me your pardon, sir. In cunning I must draw my sword. Draw, seem to defend yourself. Yield! Come before my father! Ho! My dear, help! Mine, brother! Torches! So farewell! Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. I have seen drunkards do more than this in sport.
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
Here stood he in the dark, mumbling of wicked charms, his sharp sword out, conjuring the moon to stand auspicious minstrels.
But where is he?
Look, sir, I believe...
Where is the villain, Edmund?
This way, sir, by no
Go
means...
after! By no means what?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. See how loathly opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose. In fell motion with his prepared sworn, he charges home my unprovided body, latched mine arm. And when he saw my best alarmed spirits, bold in the quarrel's right, roused to the encounter, full suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. The noble Duke, my master, comes tonight. By his authority I will proclaim it, that he which finds him shall deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous coward to the stake. He that conceals him, death. Now, my noble friend, I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance that can pursue the offender comes too short. How does my lord?
Oh, madam, my heart. Crack.
What did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Lady Shane would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended upon my father?
Yes, madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel then, though he were ill-affected, 'tis they who put him on the old man's death. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir.
He did brave his practice, and received this hurt you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. Make your own purpose, how in my power you please. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall have much need.
I shall serve you, sir. Truly. However else?
For him, I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Occasions, noble Gloucester, of such prize wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister. Of differences I thought it best to answer hence. Our noble friend, lay comforts to our bosom and bestow your needful counsel to our businesses, which craves the instant use.
I do serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Good dawning to thee, friend. Art thee of this house?
Aye,
Where may we set our horses?
in the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why, then I care not for thee.
I would make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, filthy knave, a lily-livered whore's son, a glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, a one-trunk, inheriting slave, one that wouldst be a bawd in the way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch! One who I will beat into clamors whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee?
Ah, what a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days since I tripped thee and bit thee before the king? Draw you rogue.
Oh, wait, I have nothing to do with it.
Draw, you rascal! You come with letters against the king!
Murder! Help!
How now? What's the matter, Park?
Oh, if ye Goodman boy, if you please, come on, I'll flesh ye, come on!
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
The messenger from our sister Lear.
What is your difference? Speak.
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
Ah, no marvel, you cowardly rascal.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I have spared.
Ah, thou
Peace,
son!
Sirrah! You beastly knave, know you no reverence.
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues as these smooth every passion which in the natures of their lords rebel, being oil to the fire, snow to the colder moods. Affirm with every very of their masters, knowing not like dogs, but following.
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I in such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
Nor perchance is mine, nor his, nor hers.
I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, being praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness. And he cannot flatter, he, an honest mind and plain, he must speak truth. These sort of knaves I know, who in this plainness harbor more craft and more corrupter ends than 20 silly ducking observants that stretch their duties nicely.
In great truth, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspects, whose influence, like a wreath of radiant fire on flicking Phoebus' front,
What meets by this?
goes out of my dialect, which you discommend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer.
What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me. When he compact and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind, being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of and that worthied him, got praises of the king, and in the fleshment of this dead exploit, drew on me here again.
Fetch forth the stocks. You stubborn, ancient braggart, you reverent knave, will teach you.
Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You show bold malice against the person of my master, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks. As I have life and honor, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon, my lord, till night and all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
So being his name, I will.
Do beseech your grace not to do so. His majesty needs must take it ill.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive much more worse hurt, gentlemen, than he who's insulted.
Come, my lord, away.
I am sorry for thee, friend. It is the Duke's pleasure, who all the world well knows his disposition shall not be swayed nor altered. Yet I'll entreat for thee.
Pray not. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I'll sleep out. The rest, I'll whistle.
The Duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach, thou beacon to this underglobe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped vigilance, does not attend my taking. Whiles I may escape, I will preserve myself and am bethought to take the basest and most porous shape and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. My face, grime with filth, now fall my hairs in knots. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified arms. Pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary. And with this horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepscotes, and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Turley Good, poor Tom. There's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am.
Hail to thee, noble master.
What's he that so bestowed thy places to set thee here?
Since both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say, yea.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear aye.
They durst not do it. They would not, could not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such a violent outrage.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them, came there a reeking post, spewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril, his mistress, salutations, delivered letters, which presently they read, took horse, commanded me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks, and meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, and having more man than wit about me drew, he raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Fathers that wear rags do see their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children tired.
Where is this daughter?
With the Earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
That sir which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise men fly. That knave turns fool that runs away, fool, no knave per die.
Where learned you this?
Fool, not to the stock school.
Deny to speak with me. Oh, they are sick. They are weary. They have traveled all the night.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke.
Fiery? Oh, what quality? What? Gloucester. Gloucester. I'll speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
My good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak commands, tends, service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood. Oh, fiery. Oh, the fiery Duke. We'll tell the hot Duke that... No, no, not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity to still neglect all offices whereto our health is bound. We are not ourselves when nature, being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body. I'll forbear death on my state. Wherefore shall he sit here? This act persuades me that the remotion of her and the Duke is practice only. Give me my servant fool. Tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them, or at their chamber door will I beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Be my heart, my rising heart. But down.
Cry to it, uncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the paste alive. She napped him on the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, Wantus, down!"
Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
It is good to see your Highness.
Regan, I should think so. I know what reason I have for thinking. If thou wert not glad, I would divorce me from thy mother tomb, sepulchering an adulteress. Oh, Regan, thy sister's not. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp-toothed unkindness, like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee, thou not believe with how depraved dwelling. Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I hope you less know to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how's that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, she perhaps have restrained the riots of your followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curse is on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be led by some discretion that better discerns you yourself than you. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return, say that you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness. Do but mark how this becomes the house. Dear daughter, I confess I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, these are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue, most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of hell fall on her ungrateful top. You, nimble lightnings, dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes.
Oh, the blessed gods, so you will wish on me when the rash mood is on.
No, Regan. Thou'lt never have my curse. Thy tender-hearted nature will never give thee over to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. Thou better understand the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude.
Your trumpets, my sister's. This approves her letter that she would soon be here. Is your lady come?
This is a knave, whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. Out, varlet, from my sight.
What means your grace?
Who stalked my servant? Regan, I have good hope thou didst not know. Oh, who comes here? Oh, Regan. Will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, my lord? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so.
How came my man in the stalks?
I sent him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, sir, being weak, seem so. Until the expiration of your month, you return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed. No, rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade of the wolf and the owl.
At your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I'll not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. Yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or, rather, a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. But I'll not chide thee. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old. And so, but she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare vouch it, sir, what 50 followers. What should you need of more? Yea, or so many sit the book, charge and danger, speak against so great a number. How should so many in a household under 2 commands hold enmity? Seems hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? Oh, if they chance to slack ye, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I sigh a danger, I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20, to no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all!
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What must I come to you with 5 and 20? Regan, said you so?
I dare vouch it, sir, no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do look well favored when others are more wicked. Not being in the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with you. Like 50, yet doth double 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20? 10 or 5? To follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you.
What need 1?
Oh, reason, not the need. Our basest beggars are, in the poorest things, superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. Why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm, but for true need. You, heavens, give me patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods. A poor old man, full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. Know you unnatural hags! I will have my revenges on you, that all the world shall. I will do such things, what they are yet, I know not, but they will be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws or e'er I'll weep. Fool, I shall go mad.
Come, let us withdraw. 'Twill be a storm.
The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
It is his own blame, hath put himself from rest, and must needs taste his own folly.
For his part, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower.
So am I purposed. Where's my Lord Gloucester?
The king is in high rage. 'Tis best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
The night draws on. The high winds do sorely ruffle, and for many miles about there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to willful men, the injuries they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Twill be a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out the storm.
Who's there? Besides foul weather.
One-minded like the weather, most unquietly.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the fretful elements.
But who is with him?
None but the fool who labors to outjust his heart-struck injuries.
Sir, I do know you, and dare upon the warrant of my note commend a dear thing to you. There is division, although as yet the face of it is covered with mutual cunning, twixt Albany and Cornwall. From France there comes a power into our scattered kingdom, who already, wise in our negligence, have secret feet in some of our best ports. If you dare make your speed to Dover, there are some that should thank you, making just report of the unnatural and bemading sorrow the king has caused to plain. I am a gentleman of blood and breeding, and from some knowledge and assurance offer this office to you.
I will talk further with you.
No, do not. If you should see Cordelia, give her this ring, and she will tell you who that gentleman is that yet you do not know. Fie on the storm! I will go seek the king.
Blow, you winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow, you cataracts and hurricanos spouts. You sulphurous fires, cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head. Thou will shaking thunder strike flat the thick rotundity of the world. Crack nature's mold that makes him grateful man.
Good uncle, in. Ask thy daughter's blessing. Here's a night. These wise men nor fools.
Spit, fire, spout rain. I tax not you, you elements with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription.
Who's there?
A wise man and a fool.
Oh, things that love night love not nights such as these.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful putter o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch, that hast within thee undivulged crimes, unwhipped of justice. I'm a man more sinned against than sinning.
Gracious, my lord. Hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will it lend thee against this tempest?
My wits begin to turn. Come, my boy. How dost, my boy? Art cold? I am cold myself. Poor fool and knave. I have one part of my heart that's sorry for thee yet.
He that has, and a little tiny wit, the hey-ho-hey, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortunes fit, though the rain raineth every day.
True, boy. Come. Bring us to this hovel.
I like not this unnatural dealing. They took from me the use of my own home and charged me on the pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, nor any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say you nothing. The dukes, there is division between the dukes. And a worser matter than that. I have received a letter this night. It is dangerous to be spoken. For these injuries, the king doth fair shall be revenged whole. There is part of power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will relieve him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, so that my charity be not of him perceived. If he ask, say that I am ill and gone to bed. Pray you, be careful.
This shall the Duke instantly know. And of that letter, too. This seems a fair deserving, and must draw me that which my father loses. no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall.
Here is the place, my lord.
Will break my heart?
I'd rather break mine own. Good, my lord, enter.
Nothing is tis much this contentious storm should invade us to the skin. So, tis for thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarcely felt. The tempest in my mind doth take all feeling from me, save what beats there. Filially gratitude. Oh, Regan, Goneril, your poor old father, whose bright heart gave all. Oh, that way bandage lies, no more fast.
Good, my lord, enter here.
Prithee, get thee in. Seek thine own ease. The storm would not give me leave to ponder that which would hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy. Get thee in. I'll pray, and then I'll sleep. Poor miserable wretches. Wheresoe'er you are that bide the pelting this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides defend from seasons such as these? Take physic, pomp. Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel. Come not into here now. Here's a spirit. Help me. Help me.
Give me thy hand. Who's there?
Away! Thou fiend follows. Didst thou give all to thy daughters, and hast thou come to this?
Oh, who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend has led through fire and through flame, sword and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire? Do poor Tom some charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him now, and there again, and then.
But hast thy daughters brought thee to this pass?
He hath no daughters, sir.
Death, traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such aloneness but his unkind daughters.
Could my hand turn us all to fools and madmen?
Tom's cold. Oh, what hast thou been?
Serving man? Proud in heart and mind, that curled my hair, wore gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress' heart, and did the act of darkness with as many oaths as I spake words and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. Wine loved I dearly, dice dearly. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend.
Is this all band-aids? Thou art the very thing itself. Unaccommodated man is nothing more than the bare, forked animal thou art. Off, you lendings, come, unbutton here. Be not the beast intended. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in.
This is the foul Liberty Dybbuk. He begins at curfew and walks at first cock.
What are you then? Your names?
Poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, swallows the old rat, and drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, who is whipped and stocked, punished and imprisoned. Beware my follower, peace, smoke in peace, thou fiend.
But hath your grace no better company than this?
Poor Tom's a cold.
Come in with me. My duty cannot suffer this.
First I'll talk with this philosopher.
Good, my lord.
I will speak a word with this same learned Theban. What is thy study?
How to prevent the fiend and...
May I speak a word with you in private?
His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughter seek his death. Ah, that good Kent. He said it would be thus. Poor banished man. Says the king grows mad. But he'll be I have
Thou blood from my blood. I looked to friend, no father, son, dear. True to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wit. I do beseech your grace.
Oh, crying mercy, sir. Noble philosopher, your company. Times are cold.
This way, my lord.
Come. Bithynia. Hush.
I will have my revenge ere I depart this house.
This is the letter which he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh heavens, that this treason were not, or not I the detector!
True or false, it had made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
I shall persevere in the course of my loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I shall lay my trust upon thee, and I shall find a dear father in my love.
In here is better than the open air. Take it, thankfully. I'll not be long from you.
His wits begin to give way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Like this so, I will arraign them straight. You, noble justice, sit you here. And you, sapient sir, sit you too. No, you sheep.
Will you lie down and rest?
I beseech their trial first. Bring in their evidence. Thou robed man of justice, sit you here. And you, kiss your fellow of antiquity, sit you too. You are of the commission, bench beside them. Let us deal justly. Arraign her first. 'Tis gone wrong. I here take my oath before this noble assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy, I took you for a jolt.
And here's another, whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made of. Stop her there. Arms, arms, sword, fire, corruption in a place. You, false justiciar, why hast thou let her stay?
Sir, where is the patience now you have so oft boasted to retain?
My tears begin to take his part so much they mar my counter.
The little dogs and all. Tray, Blanche, and Sweetheart. They bark at me.
Tom will throw his head into them. Avaunt, you curs!
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breeds about her heart. You, sir, I entertain for one of my 100. Only, I do not like the fashion of your garments.
My good lord, will you lie here and rest?
Make no noise. Make no noise. Draw the curtains. So. We'll go to supper in the morning.
Where's the king, my master?
Here, my lord, but trouble him not, his wits are gone.
I have o'erheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in it and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Take him up if thou shouldst dally half an hour. His life with thine, and all that offer to protect him lay in assured loss.
Trusted nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balmed thy broken sinews, which convenience will not allow. Stand in heart cure. Come help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
When we are beggars, see bearing our woes, we scarcely think our miseries are foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. But then the mind much sufferance doth o'erskip when grief hath mate and bearing fellowship. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king
speedily to my lord your husband. Give him this letter. The army of France is landed. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your beholding. Farewell, dear sister. Now, where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence. Some 5 or 6 and 30 of his knights, hot questress after him, met him at gate, who with other of the lord's dependents are bound with him toward Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Fetch horses for your mistresses.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell. Go. Seek the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief. Bring him before us. The traitor!
The ungrateful fox, 'tis he.
Bind fast his corky arms!
What means your grace? Good my lord, consider you are my guests. So do me no foul play, friends.
Bind him, I say.
Hard, oh filthy traitor.
Unmerciful lady as you are, I'm none. Ah! 'Tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white and such a traitor.
These hairs which thou didst ravish shall quicken and accuse thee. I am your host, with robbers' heads, my hospitable favors you should not ruffle thus. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters hast thou of late from France?
Your simple answer, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors light-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak!
I have a letter, guessingly set down, from one that's of a neutral heart and not from one opposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him answer that.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh sick boorish fangs. The sea, with such a storm as his bare head in the black night endured, should have buoyed up and quenched the stellar fires, but I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shalt thou never. Hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine, I'll set my foot.
He that will be to live till he be old, give me some.
One I will mock another, the other two.
If you seek vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord! I have served you ever since I was a child. But better service have I never done you than now to bid you hold!
How now,
If you did wear a beard upon your chin, I'd shake it on this quarrel. What do you mean?
My villain!
Oh, nay, then come on! And take the chance of anger! My lord, you have one eye left.
Where's my son, Edmund?
How traitor thou callest upon him who hates him. It was him that made the overture of thy treason stops.
Oh, my follies. Then Edgar was abused. Oh, you God, forgive me that it cost her.
received a hurt.
Follow me. Why wait?
Untimely account of this hurt. Give me thy arm.
Yet, better thus, and known to be contemned, than still contemned and flattered. Welcome, then, thou unsubstantial heir that I embrace. The wretch which thou hast thrown unto the worst owes nothing to thy blast. My father, where they led? World.
Away, get thee away, good friend. Be gone. Thy comforts do me no good, and all thee they may hurt.
You cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw my dear son, Edgar. The food of thy abused father's wrath. Might I but see you again in my touch, I'd say I'd eyes again.
How now? Who's there?
Gods, who can say I am the worst? I am worse than e'er I was.
'Tis poor Mad Tom.
As worse I may be yet. The worst is not so long as we can say this is the worst.
Fellow Weghost.
Is it a beggar?
Madman and beggar too.
He must have some reason, else he could not beg. Such a fellow saw in the last night's storm that made me think of man or war. My son came then to my mind, and yet my mind was then scarce friends with him.
Bless thee, master.
Is this the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Good sir, bid me farewell. This soul I will entreat to lead me.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
'Tis the plague of the time when madmen lead the blind. Sirrah, hither, fellow.
Poor Tom's a cold. I cannot doubt it.
Come hither, fellow.
And yet I must. Bless thee from the foul fiend.
Here, take this purse. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully over the confined deep. Take me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou didst bear with something rich about me. From that place I shall know leading need.
Give me your hand. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband's not met us on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worse.
Then shall you go no further. It is the cowish terror of his spirit that there is not undertake. He'll not feel wrongs which tie him to an answer. Our wishes on the way may be the best. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his masters and conduct his powers. I must change names at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. Wear this.
My lady.
This fair speech. Decline your head. This kiss. The victor's speak would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee, a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Garl. You are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns its origin perforce must wither.
No more. The text is full.
What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father, and a gracious aged man, whose reverence most degenerate have you maddened, like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man, that bearest a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs, who has not in thy brows an eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land, whilst thou, a moral fool, sits and cries, alack, why does he so?
See thyself, devil! Proper deformity shows itself not so horrid as in woman.
Vain fool!
Thou changed and self-covered thing. For shame! The monster not thy feature. Were it my fitness to let these hands obey my blood, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones! However, thou art a fool, a woman's shape doth she obey.
Marry your manhood, mew.
Oh my good lord! The Duke of Cornwall's dead! Slain by his servant going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eyes.
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword to his great master, flew on him and felled him dead.
This shows you are above you justices, that these are nether crimes so swiftly convenge. But over Gloucester, lost he his other eye?
Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer, just from your sister.
One way I like this well, but being widow and
My Gloucester with her. May all the building and my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. I'll read and answer.
Who was the son?
Was he informed against him?
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
black 'tis he. Why, he was met even now, as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with idle weeds. A sentry sent forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth.
There is means, madam. Our foster nurture nature is repose, the which he lacks. That to provoke in him will close the eye of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all unpublished virtues of the earth spring with my tears. Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
News, madam! The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, my dear father, it is thy business that I go about. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home.
No, madam.
What might entail my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. His great ignorance, Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Wherever he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in a pit of misery to dispatch his knighted letter.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
The ways are dangerous. Stay with us, our troops set forth tomorrow.
I may not, madam, my lady, charged my duty in this business.
Why might she write to Lord Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Be like some things, I'll know not what. I'll love thee much, let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I had rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. And at her late being here, she gave most speaking understanding you are, I know it. Therefore, I advise you to take this note. My lord is dead. And Edmund and I have talked in more convenient to see for my hand than for your lady's. If you do see him, I pray you give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray you desire call her wisdom to her, so fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him who cuts him off.
Would I could meet with him, lady.
When shall I come to the top of that same hill?
You do walk up it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
No, truly.
Why, then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakest in better phrase and matter than thou didst.
You're much deceived.
Methinks you're better spoken.
Come, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The fishermen that walked upon the beach appeared like mice. The murmuring surge that on the numbered idle pebble chafes cannot be heard so high. I'll look no more.
Set me where you stand.
You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go my hand. Bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Now, fare ye well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods, in your sight do I shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear this and not fall, to quarrel with your great opposeless woils, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh blessed. Now, fellow, fare you well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alive or dead? Oh, you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak. What are you, sir?
Away and let me die.
Oh, but thou just breathe, hast heavy substance, bleeds not, speaks, art sound. 10 masts in each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly felt. Thy life is a miracle.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, do but look up.
I have no eyes, it's wretched. And itself my death.
Give me your arm. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar.
We thought he had 1,000 noses and horns, waved and whelped like the enraged sea. It was some fiend. Therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth, I'll bear affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die.
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself.
Oh, thou side-piercing sight.
Nature is above art in that respect. Here's your press money. A mouse. Oh, peace. This piece of toasted cheese shall do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant. Give the word.
I know that voice.
Goneril. Regan. They flattered me like dogs. To say, I know to everything I said, I know to. They're not men of their word. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not ague-proof.
He's not the king.
I am every inch a king. When I stare at a subject, see how he quakes? I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery. No, thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No. Let copulation thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughter got to in the lawful sheets. Behold, yond simpering dame, whose face between her forks presages snow, that minces virtue and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. Down from the waist they are centaurs, though women all above. From the girdle up do the gods inherit, beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's the sulphurous pits, burning, scalding, stench, consumption, Good apothecary, sweeten my imagination. There's money for thee.
Oh, sir, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first, it reeks of mortality.
You ruined piece of nature. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinting at me? No. Do thy worst, blind Cupid. I'll not love. Read thou this challenge, mark but the pen of it.
For all thy letters sons I could not read.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks.
Read.
What with the case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Yet you see how this world goes.
I do see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? That a man with no eyes sees how the world goes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief. Change places and handy-dandy. Which is the justice? Which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar.
Aye, sir.
And the creature runs from the cur. There thou mightst behold the great image of authority. A dog's obeyed in office. Through tattered clothes great vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all. Plate sins in gold, and the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. Armed in rags, the straw does pierce it. None does effect. None. I say none.
Reason and impertinency mix, reason in madness.
I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. You must be patient. When we come to this world, we cry, thou knowst. When we first smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee, mark.
Alack, alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to a stage of fools. And when I have stolen upon these sons-in-laws, I'll kill. Kill! 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 Kill!
Oh, here he is! Lay your hand upon him, sir! Your most dear daughter.
Oh, no rescue. What? A prisoner. I will die bravely like a smug bridegroom. What? I will be jovial. Come, come. I'm a king, masters. Know you that.
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. And if you get it, you shall get it by running.
Oh, you gentle gods. Take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you please.
Oh, well, pray you. Father.
What are you then?
A most poor man, made tame by fortune's blows, who, by the art of known and feeling sorrows, am pregnant to good pity.
A proclaimed prize. Wherefore, bold peasant, dost thou support a published traitor?
Good gentleman, go thy gate and let poor folk pass.
Out, dunghill.
Knave, thou hast slain me. Villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, and give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester.
What then, is he dead?
Oh, sit you down, Father. Rest you. Let's see. These pockets. The letters that he speaks of.
Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You will have many opportunities to cut him off. If he return the conqueror, then am I the prisoner, and from his bed, my jail, from the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, Goneril. A plot upon her virtuous husband's life and the exchange. My brother.
Here, in the sands, with this letter, strike in the sight of the death-practiced Duke. For him. And of thy death and business I can tell. Come, Father.
How shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short and every measure fail me.
Be acknowledged, madam, or paid.
Be better suited. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I prithee put them off.
Beg pardon, dear madam, yet to be known shortens my made intent. My boon I make it that you know me not, till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
Madam, sleep still.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up of this child. child-changed father.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge, and proceed in the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye. In the heaviness of sleep we put fresh garments on him.
Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms which my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been there, father, these white flakes did challenge pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the jarring winds? To stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder in the most terrible and nimble stroke of quick-cross lightning? Mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. Alack, alack. 'Tis wonder that thy life and wits had not at once concluded all. He wakes, speak to him.
Madam, do you? 'Tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss. I am bound upon a wheel of fire. Mine own tears do scald with molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Still, far and wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone for a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. How you mightily abused. I should even die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I would not swear these are my hands. Let's see. This pinprick, I feel. Would I were assured of my condition.
Look upon me, sir, and hold your hand in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray do not mock me. I am a foolish, fond old man. 80 and upward, not an hour more, nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you, and know this man. Yet I am doubtful. For I am mainly ignorant of what this place is, and all the skills I have remembers not these garments, nor do I know where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child. Cordelia?
So I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, Faith. Pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him, and yet 'tis danger to make him even or the time he's lost. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more until further setting.
Will it please your highness walk?
Forget, Anne. And forgive. I am old and foolish.
Know of the Duke if his last purpose hold, or whether since he is advised by aught to change the course.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, sweet Lord, you know of the goodness I intend for you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honored love.
You have not found my brother's way to the forfended place.
That thought abuses him.
I am doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her as far as we call hers.
No. By mine honor, madam.
I never shall endure her, my lord. Be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke are husband.
I had rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen him and me.
Our very loving sister. Well we met. Sir, thus I heard the king has come to his daughter with others, whom most just and heavy causes make approach.
Why is this reason?
Combined together against the enemy, for these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the ancient of war on our proceeding.
I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll come with us.
No.
It is most convenient. Come with us.
I know the riddle. I will go.
If ere your grace had speech with man so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you.
Speak.
Before you fight the battle, ope this letter. If you have victory, then let the trumpet sound for him which brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there.
Stay till I've read the letter.
I was forbidden. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry and all appear again.
The enemy is in view. To both these sisters have I sworn my love. Each jealous of the other as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril. And hardly shall I carry out my side, her husband being alive. Now then we'll use his countenance for the battle, which, being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking on. And as for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle done, and they within our power shall never see his pardon. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No. Come. Let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. And we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies. And hear poor rogues talk of court news. And we'll talk with them too. Who wins and who loses, who's in, who's out. And take upon us the mysteries of things as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison packs and sects of great ones that ebb and flow with the moon.
Take them away.
He that parts us will bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Wipe thine eyes. The good years will devour them. Come.
Come hither, Captain Hart. Take out this note.
Sir, you have showed today valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives, who are the opposites of the day's strife. I do require them of you.
Sir, I thought it best to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard. The question of Lear and of Cordelia requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list grace to him. Methinks our pleasure might have been demanded ere you had spoke so far. He let our powers bore the commission of my place and person, the immediacy of which may stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights he compares best by me invested.
I were the most if he should husband you.
Gestures do oft prove prophets.
The eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them, of me. The walls is thine. Witness the world I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him then?
Let the drums strike and prove my title thine.
Stay yet. Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thy arrest attaint this gilded serpent, till she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bans. Thou art armed, Gloucester? Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there is my pledge.
There's my exchange. Call by the trumpet. He that dares approach on him, on you who not, I shall maintain my truth and honor firmly.
Come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound. And read out this.
If any man of quality or degree will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense. Again.
Sick, oh sick.
If not all ne'er trust medicine.
Again. What are you?
No, my name is lost by treason's tooth, bear gnawn, and canker bit. Yet am I noble as the adversary I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Here is mine. Behold, it is
is my privilege, the privilege of mine honors, my oath, and my profession. I protest. Thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father. This sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak.
In wisdom, I should ask thy name. But since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and that thy tongue, some say, a breathing breeze.
This is practice, Gloucester. By the law of war, thou art not bound to answer an unknown opponent.
Back! Do I toss these treasons to thy head? With the hell-hated lie o'erwhelm thy heart, which for they yet glance by and scarcely bruise, this sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever. Trumpets, speak.
Shut your mouth, woman! Or with this paper shall I stop it? Hold, sir, thou worse than any name. Read thine own evil. No tarrying, lady, I perceive you know it.
Say if I do. The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
What you have accused me of, that have I done, and much, much more. The time shall bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou that hast this fortune on me? If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let's exchange tyranny. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. My name is Edgar, thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right. 'Tis true. The wheel is come full circle. I am here.
Let sorrow split my heart if I ever did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
My sickness grows upon me.
Not well.
She's dead.
She's desperate. Cover her!
I was contracted to them both. Now all three marry in an instant.
Oh, here comes Ken.
I am come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
The great thing of us forgot. Speak, Edmund. Where's the king and where's Cordelia?
Yet Edmund was beloved. The one, the other poisoned for my sake and after slew herself. I pant for life. Some good I mean to do, despite my nature. Quickly, send to the castle, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia.
Run, run, oh run!
To whom, my lord, who has the office and token of thy reprieve?
Well thought on her. Take my sword. Give it to the captain, for he hath commission from thy wife and me to hang Cordelia in prison and to lay the blame upon her own despair that she foredid herself. Howl! Howl! Howl!
Oh, you are men of stone. Had I tongues and eyes, I'd use them that heaven's bolts should crack. She's gone forever.
I know when one is dead and when one lives. She stays Hand me a looking glass. If that her breath will be mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror?
This feather stirs. Why then she lives. It is so is a chance which does me more sorrow than ever I felt.
My good master.
Prithee, away! 'Tis noble Kent your friend. A plague upon you all! Murderers! Traitors! I could have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia! Cordelia, stay a little. Ah, what sayest thou? I killed the knave that was hanging me. I have seen the day. With my good biting falchion, I would have made him skip. I am old now, and these same crosses do spoil me. Who are you? My eyesight's the best, I'll say.
Fortune bragged of two she loved and hated. One of them we behold.
This is a dull sight. Are not you Kent?
The very same, your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow, I'll tell you that. He'll strike you. Quickly, too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my good lord, I am the very man that from your first of difference and decay has followed your sad steps.
You're welcome hither.
Man else. Also cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
You lords, and noble friends, know our intent. For us, we will resign. During the life of this old majesty, to him our absolute power. You to your rights, and such additions of honors more than merited. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings.
And my poor fool hanged. No, no. No, no, right. Oh, why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life indeed a breath at all? Oh, no, come no more. Never, 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 never. Pray you undo this button. Thank you, sir. Thou see this? Look on her. Look on her lips. Look there. Look there.
He faints. My lord, my lord!
Oh, break heart, I prithee break!
Look up, my lord!
That's not his ghost, oh let him pass! He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
The wonder is he hath endured so long. You but usurped his life.
Bear them from hence. Our present business is general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain, rule in this realm and the gourd state sustain.
Oh, I have a journey, sir, short to go. My master calls me, I must not say no.
Your
light of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.